The judges, Ernie Taylor, Jimmy West. For the heavyweight championship of the world, from Houston, weighing 210.5 pounds, P.A.T. Pat Big Pat Cleve Williams.
A tremendous roar greets Cleveland Williams. Meanwhile, Cassius placed bars in the background.
Heavyweight champion of all the world, 212 3/4, from Louisville, Kentucky, Muhammad Ali. 16 rounds.
We will try to pick up the instructions by the referee, Harry Kessler. Benny King is giving him the microphone.
Watch the holding. In a real close fight, the fellow that does the grabbing and spinning and holding will not get the round. In the event of a slip, fall, or knockdown, you go to the farthest corner and stay there till I wave you back. Take hands now and come out boxing.
The scoring here in Houston, the 10-point mark. 10 points to the winner of a round, 9 are left to a loser. For an even round, they each get 10 points. The mandatory 8 count is in effect. There is no 3 knockdown rule. No 3 knockdown rule here in Texas. And the count will not continue at the bell if a man is floored near the bell. A man knocked out of the ring must be back by 10. The referee can penalize up to 2 points for a foul. He will tell the judges how much to take off. Williams in black. Williams stalking his man. Nobody's been hit yet. Clay figures to dance around in the early rounds and tire out the older man who is 33 to Clay's 24. Williams said he's just going to stop, but is not going to dive in aimlessly. Finding the range with the left hand. Round 1.5 over. That's a good left jab. Less than a minute to go in the round. Williams got in his first punch, the left jab. Play so far. There's a bell ending round 1. we're going to go to the corner of the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay, who was born in Louisville, Kentucky, January 17th, 1941. 24 years old, 6 feet 3, 212 3/4 pounds, a reach of 79 inches. In the corner with him, Angelo Dundee, his trainer of many years, looking at him head on. Luis Faria is on the left-hand side, leaning in, and the other gentleman in there is Kid Carson, one of his handlers. Now I'm going to ask Jim Brown, as we look in at Clay, what he thought of that first round.
Well, it was a very good round for the champion. I noticed he used his Ali shuffle. I noticed that after dancing around the first few seconds, he decided that he could hit this guy, and that's what he did.
Jim, it's rare that the champion opens up so fast, but he found that Cleveland wasn't coming to him, so I guess he decided to move in. Here's round 2 of a 15-rounder, and few expected to go that far. Cassius Clay punting the left hand, the champion in the white trunks. Williams in black. Great left jab that Clay has. Williams does punch the left hook. Two minutes left in the round. Slightly from the nose. Now it's bleeding a little more. A testimony to Clay's sharp jab. That's the Ali shuffle. Is getting an awesome going over here in the second round with less than a minute to go. Right. There are 40 seconds left to go in the round. Taking the mandatory 8 count. 33 seconds left. Challenger, the big cat from Houston. Jim?
Well, it looked like the champion decided that he was going to show something tonight. He's had 2 terrific rounds. Williams somehow doesn't seem to be able to close in at all.
Round 3 coming up. Here's round 3. Williams down for the fourth time. 6, 7, 8. Harry Kessler wipes off the glove. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Williams gamely fights back. Williams bleeding from the mouth and the nose. And the referee is going to stop it at about 1 minute and 5 seconds of the third round. And the champion, Cassius Clay, will defend that title once again. And tonight he has successfully defended it against the man who was supposed to be the hardest hitter.
Of the third round, the bout stopped by the referee.
Jimmy, take over.
Real fine, Don. Well, it seems that the challenge is a little too old. The champion is a little too young and strong. I think a very interesting point is that the champion weighed in tonight at 212 and a half. And Angelo Dundee and myself always said that this was his best weight, somewhere from 209 to 212. And believe me, tonight you could see the strength and you could see the determination. Don Dunphy is up in the ring. He's trying to get to the champ. There's turmoil around. But I think it's a great fight for Muhammad Ali. I think he's proved a lot tonight. I hope that the fans realize that this guy does have a punch. He used his Ali shuffle. He did everything that he said he would. And believe me, in a way, he surprised me because before the fight, he seemed not to regard Williams as a great challenge at all. I think for 3 rounds, we had a good look at what the champion can do. Don Dunphy is now trying to get close to him. I don't know. There's so many people in the ring. I think the voice that you heard behind me was Rahman Ali, Muhammad Ali's brother, who was really overjoyed at the way that the champ came out tonight. He was big, he was strong, he was fast, and poor Cleveland Williams didn't seem to have the agility at all. He didn't seem to have maneuverability in his legs. And not to take anything away from the champ, I have to say that I believe that gunshot wound did take something out of Cleveland Williams.
Get out of the way, will you, fellas?
Right above me now, Don Dunphy with the champ. Don, are you ready?
We're going up that way.
You ready, Don?
Ready.
That's the Don.
Here we are with the successful heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali, born Cassius Clay, who has successfully defended his title for the 7th time, and I thought it was your easiest fight. What did you think?
Well, Don, first I must give praise and thanks to Almighty God Allah and the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for enabling me to live a clean life in order to fight and defend my title so much. And to run for the religious life where I'm living, and now that I'm a minister for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I feel much better and more confident. But this is my 7th title defense, and I have successfully defended the title 5 times in 1 year, as I predicted after beating Floyd Patterson. And now we plan to go on to meet Ernie Terrell in maybe another 4 or 5 months, if he accepts the challenge as he is the challenger. And I would like to say
happy to fight you.
hello to all of my friends who are
Let me ask you a couple of questions, will you, champ? First of all, did you find Williams particularly easy?
Well, no, Williams was much faster than I thought he would be. What I have heard about his training, I didn't believe he would be as fast as he was, but then, as you know, I'm weighing 212 pounds for this fight, much heavier than most of my fights.
Champ, we want to see the last round on the video replay. If we can see it on the monitor down here. Here you are coming out for the round 3 now. Can you see it there, champ?
Yes, I can see. As you see, Williams is jabbing me good. He's reaching.
That's doing right.
That was a right hand that just caught him. That was a body punch. My main objective was to hit and not be hit. Sticking and moving, as you see. He just caught another 1-2 punch. There goes my lead shuffle that I've just created. I think you see it again. There it is again, but the camera
didn't pick up the footwork. This was actually confusing, that Ali shuffle, and this is something new for boxing.
Well, you might have beaten him anyway.
Well, I believe I've beaten him anyway, but that Ali shuffle really confused him.
What do you think about the fact that they don't have a three-knockdown rule here?
Well, I think they should have been stopped earlier because he could have been seriously hurt. I'm hitting so style as you see in regular.
And he was wobbling.
Yeah. He took a lot of punches, and he had a reputation for hitting hard, but he just couldn't find nothing to hit. I was just hitting so regular. And I want to say hello to all of the college people out there who were watching the fight. Many fights, colleges I piped this fight into. That was just a good left punch. That was a solid right cross. Punches so fast I can't keep up with him. The referee stopped it. I'd like to say hello to my friend Herb Kupferman out there, who's watching the fight, into the fabulous mansion of Mr. Hugh Hefner, and all of my friends in Chicago, and all of the colleges.
Yo, wow, Jack, just a moment. We're going to have a replay from a different angle, Champ, so you can look at the shuffle a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't see the shuffle. If I can see the shuffle a little better, I'll see how I look myself. This is something new that I'm introducing to the art of boxing. Only fighters with fast footwork can do this Ali shuffle. You have to be fast on your feet. You have to be timed just right. And I think I did time it just right. There I go. There I go. If I could see it again here.
Champ, in all fairness, our fighter wants to say hello to you, and I'm going to thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Don.
And good luck in your succeeding fights. You've certainly been great.
Rahman Ali wants to say hello to his beautiful wife.
I'm going to give it back to Jim Brown here.
Well, you all heard the champ. You heard what he had to say about his Ali shuffle. You heard what he had to say about the television going into the colleges. I know what the writers are going to probably say that it's an old Cleveland Williams with a bullet in him, but I think that the champ looked better tonight than he has in his last five fights. He was bigger, he was stronger, and he was faster. And for some reason, he had a lot of confidence against Cleveland Williams. Don, are you back?
I'm back, Jim, but I don't know if I'm all in one piece. Look at that mob up there. Well, I don't know. Ernie Terrell has a wonderful record, but off this fight, he too will be the underdog, I'm sure.
If the champ comes in around 212, Terrell is going to have a hard time.
Incidentally, Jim, you're a great athlete, and you know something about training. There were those who said that Clay would be hurt by the added weight over the Mildenberger fight, almost 10 pounds. There are others who said he could even be faster, and he certainly wasn't slowed up, was he?
Not at all. If you remember, he fought Chevalo overweight at 214. He was actually fat that fight, and he was still fast. And Angelo Dundee has always told him that he should fight for him at least 2'9". I've always said that he should be at least 2'9", because he's bigger, he's stronger, he seems to have more confidence.
More confidence? Did he ever need more confidence?
Well, he's about the most confident guy I know.
Jim, from the first time I saw Cassius Clay, now Muhammad Ali, and there he is smiling as though he hadn't even walked around the block. He was the most confident fighter I ever saw. Where I first saw him with Alonzo Johnson back in Louisville about 1961, and even then he was a...
This is very true. I think the only fighter that had him worried before he fought him the first time was Sonny Liston. There was the question about Liston in his mind at the time, and before that fight he told me that he was very worried about Liston because he knew Liston could hit. But for some reason, although they said that the big cat could hit, he didn't seem to be worried about this man.
Well, I can tell you this, Jim. When and if he fights Terrell, and I'm sure he will probably early in the winter, he will run into a left jab maybe as good as his own.
In the business.
Yes.
Because Terrell has the left jab in the business.
And he will actually face a man 3 inches taller than he is for the first time. He'll be facing a taller man.
That's right, but Terrell is going to have to develop something a little more than that left hand. But at least he's young enough, and Terrell is really game to fight Clay in this particular one coming up.
I have never seen an opponent look good against Terrell. He has a remarkable record, you know. He's beaten the best of them. He's beaten Williams. He's beaten Foley. Doug Jones. He's beaten some pretty good men, and none of them have ever looked good. Now, I wonder if this could happen to Clay.
Well, there's a possibility because he is so tall. Let me tell you, that long, hard left jab. But I think that Clay believes very definitely that he can beat Terrell. And I think this is a factor with this champion, what he believes.
Jimmy, I believe we are going to replay the knockout again from another angle. We have played it twice already, but we have so many cameras around in this lovely Astrodome. Here's another angle, a low-angle shot. Now, that's Williams in black.
Came out with a good punch. The short right he likes to use. There's the shuffle. He was very proud of this. He worked on it and worked on it, and he said he's going to use it. But we were worried to death about it because it's a dangerous thing to do. That was the punch.
Yes. Maybe people were beginning to think that Clay can also punch.
It looked that way tonight, Don, really. I think the punch that he hit Williams with before the bell was probably the best one of the night.
Probably. Well, he started on him in the first round.
Very true. You'll notice Williams has very bad mobility. He's awfully stiff in the legs, even in the first round. And I think really that...
you can see that when he wobbles, Jim.
When he wobbles, yes. The agility is not there. I think we have to admit that this man isn't the same Big Ted Williams that he was before the accident.
No, it's unfortunate that he didn't get a shot at the title a few years ago before he had his accident and while he was still young. But I don't know if he could cope with that speed at any time, Jim.
Well, it's now speed and strength.
I want to ask you, Jim, what you think of this beautiful Astrodome. They call it the Taj Mahal of all athletic stadia around the world, and I'm inclined to agree with them.
Oh, it's a beautiful sight. They call it the eighth wonder of the world, and the people are out here tonight.
There it is now. We're getting a good shot. We're going out of the ring light. It is 208 feet high, as you know, Jim. I'm glad we weren't up on top.
Very true. You wouldn't be able to see anything, Don.
The place is not lighted now as it was earlier before the preliminary started, so we can't get a view of the upper regions. But I didn't get the attendance, but I'm sure it's in the neighborhood of 40,000.
It would have to be at least 40,000. Every $5 and $10 seat was sold out, and there
were many of them.
Almost still, yes.
Now, of course, you see the ringside, which is pretty empty. Incidentally, we have on this coverage, Jim, we have stations carrying this all over the world. They'll get it by tape. It'll be flown over by jet, and others have gotten it by early bird satellite. I think it's one of the largest coverages of any sports event of any time. Millions in Europe, Ireland, France, Holland, West Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Italy, and Spain. In Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, Liberia, Sudan, Uganda. In the Middle East, we had Kuwait. And the Far East, in Asia, Japan, and Hong Kong, Singapore, in Australia, in Sydney, in New Zealand, in South America, Venezuela, Uruguay, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Trinidad, Tobago, Suriname, Kingston, Jamaica, to mention only a few.
A lot of countries.
Jim, what I was intrigued at was the Odeon Theater in London was sold out early this evening. Now, remember, these people would see the start of the fight at 3:30 a.m. over there. Now, that's a pretty good hour to go to a prize fight. Jim, I'm going to ask Ernie Terrell to come over here. He certainly is the crown prince of boxing. He certainly is entitled to the next shot at the heavyweight championship, and I'm sure that Clay, who was very fair, is going to give him the shot. And Ernie, I don't know if you heard the interview I had with the champion, but he said he'd be happy to fight you next if, and here's the big if you would take the challenger's end.
I don't know. I think in terms we will come to in a fight like this, because it's a lot of money that can be made. All we have to do is sit down and talk, and I'm sure that we can come to a happy medium. Well, we can come to a medium. I don't know whether it'll be happy or not.
That's not what they say when those big executives sit down and talk to each other, that good and honest people can get together and settle their differences over the conference table.
Yeah, well, that's right, but it's going to be two differences to settle here. We may have to settle one over the conference table. That's going to be a mile one. The differences we have to settle is in the ring, and that's where I want to.
One in the ring, right? You think you can beat it?
Oh, yeah, I know I can. I can beat the Clay I saw here tonight. He beat Williams, of course, and I expected him to beat Williams. And if you remember, I beat Williams not a few years ago when he was a good fighter.
Yes, I remember you beat him in Philadelphia.
Well, that's right. So, Clay, whenever you can handpick your opponents, and Williams is down lower than other fighters in the ranking, so he got to meet a real top rank. He got to meet a top fighter when he meets me, because I'm the best fighter in the world.
Well, now, I'm Don Dunphy, and I stand 5'9", and you can see how much taller Ernie Terrell is than I am. And actually, he is 3 inches taller than Cassius Clay. How about that, Ernie?
Well, I had never thought about it that way. I just looked at it from the ability standpoint of view, and I have more ability than the fighter I saw today, and I'll beat him.
Well, what about the Ali shuffle? Will that bother you?
Well, I don't know what that is. I just know the fighter, Ali, that was in the ring that night.